Today I am making a curry house inspired one pot chicken jalfrezi. It's from my book, The Curry Guy One Pot. I've got all of my ingredients ready to go. I'll be explaining what they are through it, and they're also listed below. This is a curry house style version of a one pot jalfrezi. So if you didn't want to blend it, I'm going to be blending the sauce to make it really smooth today. If you don't want to do that, you don't need to. A lot of this stuff is just do it as it comes. So I've also got some tandoori chicken, which I cooked in my air fryer. That just adds another layer of flavor. That again, you could just add raw chicken if you wanted to, and it'll work just fine. So I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of oil to this pan and just stir in these onions. One large onion, actually. One large onion. And what I want to do with this is I want to just fry it down for about 5 minutes. I'm going to add a little bit of salt to help the moisture come out of the onions and also help cook it a little bit faster. We're just going to let those sit there and sizzle for a bit. And this is going to become the base of our smooth curry house style sauce. I might add that one thing people get wrong when they're making curries is they don't cook off their onions enough. I mean, there's a lot of flavor in cooked onions. So with lighter curries like this, which is really just a stir fry traditionally, you can cook them for about 5 minutes and just until they're soft, a little bit translucent. If you're cooking a richer curry like a vindaloo or something like that, you can let them cook for 7 to 10 minutes and really brown off. Okay, with those onions looking ready now, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of garlic and ginger paste. We'll just stir that into the onions, kind of cook out the rawness. To that, I've got some spices here, and what you see in front of you here is Kashmiri chili powder, some paprika, pinch of turmeric. I got some ground coriander and some ground cumin. I'm going to go ahead and add all those spices. We're just going to go ahead and add all that to the pan. As you can see, it's getting a bit dry there, so we're just kind of toast those spices a little bit, but you don't want to burn them. So it's time to add some liquid. I've got some passata here. We're just going to pour that right in there and mix it in. Let that cook out the rawness a bit, and then I'm going to turn off the heat. Now, if you were doing this and you didn't care about the smooth sauce, you wouldn't need to do this. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add some water now, about 250 milliliters, which will cool it down as well. There we are. Then I'm going to add that to my blender. This is just one of those extra steps you can take if you really want curry house style curry at home, but you don't have base sauce and all the stuff you need to do that. There we are. So I'm going to add this to my blender and we will blend it until very smooth. All right, so with that sauce blended and nice, it's time to clean up this pan a bit. You don't need to make it spotless. Just the big pieces out. There we are. And then we're going to heat this up again. Add a little bit of oil, tablespoon or so. And then I've got some mustard seeds here. These mustard seeds, and if I can find them here, curry leaves, are going to infuse into this oil, and it's going to make it absolutely delicious. It's one of the things that makes a jalfrezi a jalfrezi. So I'm going to add those mustard seeds to the hot oil. And mustard seeds are one of those spices, one of the only spices I know, that really need to get hot, because when they get hot, they crackle and they burst, and that flavor goes into the oil. Whereas with other spices, you want to keep that the heat down and just kind of toast them. But as soon as they start to crackle, and they're starting to crackle now, there we are. I'm going to add some curry leaves. So these curry leaves are going to go in there. I mean, I just love curry leaves. If you can't get them, leave them out, but they are worth adding if you've got them. You can use fresh or frozen. Just don't use the dried ones because they don't have very much flavor at all. That's just crackling away now. There we are. To that, I'm going to add some sliced onions and some sliced bell peppers. So jalfrezis are really just a stir fry, and that's kind of what you're getting here, a stir fry. You can do it in a wok if you like. I'm just showing you can do it in any pan. But yeah, we just want to get those nice, covered in the fragrant oil there. I'm going to add the bell peppers as well at this time. Don't like that piece. There we are. And what we want to do with this is, because we want these vegetables to stay nice and crispy. So you don't want to cook them till they're like mushy and soggy. Just make sure you cook them through about 50 to 80%, and they will hold up in the sauce when you add it. And to that, I'm going to add this chicken now. Nice tandoori chicken. Like I said, add raw if you must. But if you have tandoori chicken, or if you've made some, it'll be very nice in this. Of course, at curry houses, jalfrezis are almost always served with tandoori chicken, so it's a nice thing to have. All right, now I've got my sauce here. I'm just going to pour that into the pan. We'll add a little bit of water, just so you don't want to lose any of this sauce because it's too good. I'm also going to add my chilies. There we are. The chilies can be fried with the other vegetables. I forgot. But either way, they're going to be very nice cooked in. We're just going to let that sit there and simmer. Let the chicken cook right through her. It's already quite cooked. We're going to let it warm through, and then we're going to come back and finish this off. With this bubbling away like this, and it looks like a curry house curry. I think it might even taste better. I'm going to add some quartered tomatoes. We're just going to push those right down into the sauce. Let them kind of heat through. We don't want to cook them and make them mushy, but we want them to hold their shape, but be hot. Now, the ingredient lots of people just leave out of their curries for some reason. I'm telling you not to. You're gonna like this. We got some castor methi. That's dried fenugreek leaves. And the best way to add that is rubbing it between your fingers. Just really brings out the flavor. Stir that in. And all I need to do is add a little bit of coriander. We'll add some more at the table as well. And I've got some limes as well, which I'm going to add at the table. So that's going to give it a nice tart flavor. You could add lime juice now if you like, if you have it. Add a little bit to taste, but if not, go ahead and add it at the table. Perfect time to do it. I'm just going to season this with a little bit of salt. Let it simmer there for another couple minutes. We'll come back for a taste test. And it's time for a taste test. And yes, I am going to add some lime right now because I know I like it. So we're just going to add a little bit of that for some tartness. It's got the salty, savory flavor. It's got spicy tones. It has a bit of everything. I think that's why jalfrezis are so popular. Nice piece of chicken there. That's so good. Now let's see what this looks like plated up. Chicken jalfrezi is one of the most popular curries at curry houses, but it can be cooked in one pot and it tastes amazing. Give this a try soon.